A new report tonight is shedding light on how the federal government does business with military contractors in our area.
Well, there are allegations about what the Air Force knew when they signed a $1.5 billion contract. News 8's chief investigator David Iversen has been looking into this. He joins us live tonight with those details. David, what'd you find out?
And it's all in a newly released Inspector General report that says for some spare parts, the Air Force didn't get all the pricing information they needed before agreeing to pay for it. It's the fighter jet being used to combat ISIS militants in Syria. The F-22 Raptor is the United States Air Force's poster child for stealth and precision.
The speed and the stealth and the ranges that we can employ ordnance, the kinematics that we pass on to missiles and bombs that we employ, exceptionally lethal.
Issues, my friend Jeff.
Its engine was on display in January 2013 when the last of more than 500 engines was delivered from East Hartford's Pratt Whitney. The Air Force contract was worth $1.6 billion, which included more than $317 million in spare parts alone. Those spare parts are the focus of a newly released Department of Defense Inspector General report. It questions whether taxpayers got a fair price from Pratt Whitney. The report claims that the Air Force didn't know how much to charge. The negotiations relied on cost or pricing data provided by Pratt Whitney. Put simply, the Air Force didn't negotiate costs for each part and didn't know what they should be paying. Between 2008 and 2012, the Air Force paid 5 different prices for the same part. The report does not say which price is the fair one. This isn't the first time a report like this has come out either. News 8 has found at least 4 other reports claiming essentially the same thing. In this September 2011 report, the Inspector General alleged that another United Technologies company overcharged the military. The report alleges that Sikorsky overcharged the Army $11.8 million. Prices hiked up by more than 50% of what a fair price was. Parts like this one, an $8 flush door ring. Sikorsky charged the Army a whopping $284.64 per ring. In April, Sikorsky paid a $3.5 million settlement for overcharged parts. Congressman Joe Courtney, who sits on the Armed Services Committee, admits that contracting companies have been getting sweetheart deals and the military is not seeking out actual costs.
That has not been the case for the Department of Defense for decades, but it's changing in a positive direction.
The Air Force tells News 8 they're starting to negotiate a different type of contract with companies, one that sets a fixed price across the board.
The entire system at the Department of Defense needs to be reformed because they have operated with budgets that have never been auditable.
The spare engine parts were fair prices. We should make very clear the IG report does not claim that Pratt & Whitney overcharged the Air Force, but rather questions where they got the prices they agreed to. You can read these reports in full on our website, WTNH.com. Click on the Investigators tab. For the News 8 Investigators, David Iversen reporting.